Hey guys, it's Brian again from LakeHickoryScuba and Marina, and I want to show you a quick video of some training that we do when we teach the public safety diver course. And for the ones that don't know much about public safety diving, it's not your typical recreational style diving, if you will. It's always task oriented, such as maybe it's evidence recovery, worst case scenario it's body recoveries, maybe it's just a crime scene investigation where we just go down, we photograph and document things. But public safety diving, there's much more inherent risk that comes with public safety diving than what there is with standard recreational diving. So being properly trained, having the proper equipment to do it is key to anyone's safety in diving in general, but it's more prevalent in public safety diving. So what we're going to look at in this real quick clip here is, this is one of our public safety diving students. And one of the things that we stress is you need to know your equipment top to bottom, inside and out, front to back. You need to be able to recognize your equipment, even underwater in a limited viz or no visibility situation such as a blackout situation. You need to just simply by touch and feel, you need to be able to know what your equipment is, how it operates. So one of the skills that we do before we ever practice it in even a confined water area, if you will, say a pool, is we practice most of these skills on land too. So what you're going to see in this clip is one of our public safety students, he's got a blindfold on, and he's actually simulating a search in a blackout situation, and he also comes across a task that he has to complete before he can pass. Well, his task is to assemble his equipment, and like I said, you really need to know your equipment inside and out, top to bottom, front to back. And so what he's doing, he's actually conducting a blackout search, and once again, we're practicing on land before we practice in a confined water environment. But he's practicing that on land. He finds 3 components to his total diving system, and then he's got to put those components together. Now the key here is not to rush, and that's what he does. He goes through a slow process of doing a search. Once he finds the object, he orients each object the way it needs to be, and then he puts his gear together. And then once he completes that skill, then we'll come back after the fact and go over it, test it, make sure everything's put together properly. But in public safety diving, you really need to know your equipment, top to bottom, front to back, inside and out. And once again, it's a more stressful type diving, and we don't want to stress during any situation or scenario that we may find ourselves in. So take a quick look, and then I'll give you some final thoughts. So guys, as you can see, he really took his time during this. He didn't rush through anything. When he came across an obstacle, such as he found his regulator was tied up in knots, he took his time to separate each piece of equipment, if you will, or to untangle the hoses. And if you paid really close attention, when he was hooking up his low pressure line to his inflator, he took the time to orient, because he's got two different inflator lines. He has one for his low pressure inflator on his shoulder, he has one for the low pressure inflator on his dry suit, and he took the time to orient each inflator because each one's a little bit different, and that's what he did. And if you go back and watch the video again, you will see that he took the time to run his hand down, figure out which one goes to the inflator, which one goes to his dry suit. So guys, I hope this video kind of helps you understand some of the things that public safety divers go through. This is just a brief part of the training we put our PSDs through. So guys, I hope you learned something from the video. I appreciate you watching it. As always, make sure to check back each week for a new video. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you like us on Facebook, pin us on Pinterest, subscribe to us here on YouTube. And as always, guys, we appreciate your business.